Okay, here I'm going to demonstrate the use of the one-switch Morse code and how it's going to switch between point mode and text entry mode. So right now it's scanning in the regular point mode for switch control, and I've got one switch that I can use in the usual way, and I'll pick up notes here. So here I've got a note, and let me click somewhere on the note so I can start typing. Okay, so now I've got my Morse code Gboard up and running, and I could select the dot and the dash key with the point mode, but the idea here would be to do them directly as dot and dash with the switch. Now that means I'm going to have to switch into or change into the Morse code recipe. So I've got to bring up the scanner menu to do that, and that takes a long press of the switch. So there's that, and I'm looking for the recipe item. And it's all the way over here. That can be changed, but right now it's... So there's my recipe, one switch Morse. I pick it, and now it says my switches are configured to use the one switch Morse recipe. So what should happen is when I tap my switch, this is the same switch, I'll get a dot. And after a couple second character delay, which is adjustable, I have it set to a pretty long time right now, it'll resolve into an E, which is the letter that corresponds to dot. If I want to get a space, dot, dot, dash, dash. So a long press there was dash, and you just have to kind of get a feel for how long it takes. There's not a ton of feedback there, although it will kind of show you in the keyboard when you've reached the dash and you can let go of the switch. So eventually I think you would get the feel for how long that is, and of course that is adjustable as well. That's governed by the long press time in switch control. So that's basically what you do. If you want to pick something from the word prediction list, you can see in the tiny letters it gives you the code for each thing. It's just the code for number 1 for me, number 2 for 2, and number 3 for address in this case. So I'll try to get the number 2. So dot, dot, dash, 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 and poof, out it comes. And when I type the next letter, you'll notice there's no space right after the word, but it will give me one. If I do, let's say, the letter H right now, a space will show up between 2 and H. So let's try that. It's 4 dashes. To H, E, I could keep typing my name if I knew the code for I, maybe 2 dots, I'm not sure, but so the text entry kind of works the way you might expect. Now when you're done with the text entry, you've got to exit the recipe, and that's where the second switch comes in. And in my case I have a physical second switch that I'm going to hit, and that will revert us back into point mode. So now your switches are configured to the default actions. And at this point, I can say done the way I might normally do. And I guess to get home, I call up my scanner menu, and now I'm back where I started.